Okay, so welcome to the Human Vibe Attunement. There are a few new people here, and I'm not going to go into the detail of it, but just responding to the question of why beyond meditation. Why is this called beyond meditation? And it is actually an attunement journey that you go into with this. And it has two very specific functions. One is to release that deep-seated conflict. It's like literally at the kernel of conflict, which is at the seed of all conflicts. And it is a conflict between the soul being and the human form. The soul being eternal and omnipresent, feeling confined in this human form, and then coming to a realization that the human form actually is an amplifier of its eternalness in this planet, which is a planet of, which is a playground of relationships as created by the Creator. So, and as that coming together takes place between the soul being and the human form, and that conflict dissolves, that trauma of separation from source that the soul had brought into this human form dissipates. A harmony of all harmonies comes in place, and the human form literally returns home to recognizing its own worthiness and what it has to offer. And by the soul declaring itself as a human, by acknowledging itself as a human, receiving itself as a human, and accepting itself as a human, it literally uplifts the frequency of this human form. And the past just automatically just goes to the past, and it becomes a collection of experiences that we might have gone through, as opposed to the one that defines us. The soul itself only operates in the now. It really is only about what is. It is in the vibrational frequency of the Creator. And when that harmonization takes place, a triangle is formed between the soul being, the human form, and the Creator. And our presence in our entire field lands in the center of that triangle, supported and uplifted by the three apexes of this triangle. And we become present to the Creator that we are. The Creator is the Creator that created this human form. The Creator is the Creator that created the birds, bees, the butterflies, all forms of nature. It is an energy force that creates not just life force, it creates also all forms of creation. And that force exists within us. A recognition occurs of us having that ability within ourselves. And in the realm of honoring of our own worthiness, the human form gets to a space of being completely comfortable, honoring its own worthiness and doing that which is innate to its own quality, which is to be love. So the human form then gets into a space of becoming whole and complete, feeling whole and complete, experiencing whole and completeness. And from that space, it starts to relate to all that is outside of itself. Knowing that at any point in time, if it wishes to change the experience of what is there outside of this form, it can do so by choosing for itself. So when we are in a space of love, and we are in connection and embodying and embracing and being our innate vibrational frequency of love as a human form, we can, in that way, go out and experience love outside of us, knowing that we are the magnet that is magnetizing it. And in doing so, when we step into our own abilities of being a creator, our mind knows that it is already plugged into the creative vibe by experiencing the omnipresent, the limitlessness of the soul. It doesn't go into the past, which is quite limited in being able to define what it is that you can or cannot create. It allows for creation and creativity to emerge through us. So this particular chant, I call it, or the three phrases that came to Gaurav and I at a time when we were having a dialogue about the game that is currently being played out on the planet, the game of creation. And when the question was asked, well, how do we, okay, we get it, that we are love. How do we make it real for ourselves? And in the interest of having ease, joy, and grace with which we are able to bring about this release of that deep-seated conflict and dissolving of that deep-seated trauma of separation, we were given these three declarations from the soul, declaring itself as a human, and in doing so, acknowledging itself as such. And that declaration brings about a union of the soul and the human form, and the creator steps in. Given what is emerging in certain parts of the world, I'm very present to that. I'm very present to, it's like explosions of the inner conflict expressing itself, explosions of that deep-seated feeling of abandonment expressing itself. And sometimes there is like a reverse tornado effect that does occur energetically. I've seen it happen many times energetically, only to be surfaced and to be released from the planet. And it's like an archetype of behaviors that in a reverse tornado effect rise up to the surface. And yes, they do cause a bit of damage. And it's only momentary, because when they emerge as a reverse tornado, they are really emerging to be released from the planet forever. And the work that we are all doing, we are here from different parts of the planet right now. You know, so many of you here from India, from Australia, all the way to Los Angeles, and other parts of the US, with Europeans joining in as well. It's as if, just imagine, we are all here and we are in a circle, and we are creating the healing circle of healing circles. And we are just really, as we are chanting, every time we say this, we are expanding into our presence. And that presence is expanding and expanding and expanding. And as we get towards the end of the chant, it's the whole presence of our soul being that becomes us. And we expand, holding this healing circle. And that goes beyond the planet. The planet is in the center of it. And in doing so, we have literally activated our entire support network, our entire sphere of influence that our soul being has ever connected to. And we are bringing in that vibe of harmony. We are bringing in that vibe of love, which amplifies this harmony, which switches on and awakens us to the limitlessness that we embody in this human form. And as each one of us at a cellular level starts to experience it, we holographically connect to every person that we have ever connected with. And all living beings that are within our circle and outside of our circle also receive that impact and the benefit of that amazing harmonization that takes place. And it is an attunement of harmonization that occurs. So we're going to begin, having said that, we're going to begin. So get yourself comfortable. Imagine the base of your spine is connected to the core of the earth. It is connected to the core of the earth with a golden cord. It has the energy of the precious metal gold. It has shungite in it also, which actually removes all forms of negative and low vibrations. It also has the precious stone emerald as well as ruby in it. Not only is the heart region being open, the whole lung sac is being fueled with this beautiful monochromatic green, and there is a whole movement and momentum that is being imbued in ourselves through the stillness and gravitas that ruby brings to our presence. Gold is reinforcing our nervous system. Beautiful nourishment to our brain cells. You're going to start scanning from the top of your crown, about 6 inches above, and you're going to go around in concentric circles. And I'm going to move you very, very fast. And all you have to do is to make a concentric circle and scan. I've already activated a force within each one of you. So the moment you scan, any energies that no longer belong, any energies that no longer serve you, get released into the core of the earth. So you're scanning from the front of your forehead, the back of your head, the front of your nose, the back of your head, the front of your mouth, the back of your head, and the top of your neck, everything in between, the entire, all the cavities, the optical cavity, the brain, the sinus cavity, the whole gums, as well as the mouth, all of that. You're scanning in and you're releasing any energies that no longer serve. Any aches, pains, discomfort, any excess energy buildup is being released into the core of the earth. The front of your neck, the back of your neck, the front of your chest, the back of your upper back, and your shoulders. Your shoulders are dropping. A beautiful clicking that's taking place, placing the shoulder blades exactly as they're meant to. The lymph nodes are becoming softened in that place. You're going down to your waist, the front of your waist, the back of your middle back, everything in between. The heart, the lungs, the whole digestive tract that is there, the stomach, the pancreas, the spleen, the gallbladder, the duodenum, the front of your abdomen, the back of your lower back, your small intestine, your large intestine, your pelvic cavity, the pelvic girdle, or your entire skeletal system, every vertebra of your spine, every disc that exists in between, all the channels that run up and down your spine. Even the fluid, the cerebral spinal fluid is being scanned and relaxed and released. You're going to the top of your thighs, the back of your thighs, the front of your knees, the back of your knees, the front of your shin, the back of your calf muscles, everything in between, a diverticular vein, the entire connection to the main arteries of your heart, from your calf muscles all the way to the heart, are being scanned and relaxed and released. The top of your ankle, the base of your heel, the top of your feet, the base of your feet, your toes, your fingertips, and there you are standing in the middle. Start breathing into your heart and breathe out through your heart. We're going to get into an alignment breath of 9-4-6. We're going to breathe into the count of 9, hold to the count of 4, and breathe out to the count of 6. Breathe in 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just required a little extended period of alignment. For some reason, we are all aligned. Our mind brain, which operates from a survival point and anchored in past and future, is aligned to our heart brain, which operates in the now, which is aligned to the gut brain, which is a custodian of the wisdom of all of our soul journeys. We are completely centered in alignment. The soul being is now beginning its declaration. And you can just repeat after me. And I will stop when I'm guided for us to stop. So let's begin. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. Focus your attention on your heart. Take your left hand over your navel and your right hand just over your heart. Just going to say 3 more times. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. In doing so, in doing what we have just done, we have anchored ourselves as the sole presence that we are, eternal, limitless, omnipresent. Brought in the certainty of that presence into our being without the need to ever apologize for any limitations that we might have or society may have imposed upon us. We have just brought an awakening within ourselves of the limitless nature of our presence in this human form, in this human consciousness. And right now, as we are doing these Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, that consciousness is becoming our conscience. And we then stand and emerge from that space out into the world, sharing the full presence of who we truly are. Put your hands in front of your heart and rub them against each other. Put them over your eyes, open your eyes, and then take them on top of your head, the back of your head, down the neck. I always like to complete with inviting you to share in the chat one word that you're present to. It allows you to complete powerfully your presence in this session, and you can get on with the rest of your evening or the rest of your day. So do feel free to share. And our session is complete, and we will be here as long as people are around and want us to be here. We will be talking about the sea of coexistence at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. which is 6 a.m. tomorrow for us here in India, and 1:30 in the morning in London. Something new and unknown. Love. Yes, today is Tuesday. I keep forgetting. So on Thursday evening, 5:30 p.m. Peaceful. Knowledge, expansion, faith, joy-filled, majestic, divinity, love, vibrancy, peace, harmony to the world, calm, beauty, peacefulness, peaceful optimism, presence, bountiful, love, serenity, divinity, more divinity, present, presence. Thank you, joyful. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Abundance, gratitude, grateful, deep gratitude to all of you also. Divine interconnectedness. Thank you, Mynoo. Thank you. Thank you to each one of you. I've had people sharing how they are using the human vibe chant even as they go for a walk, and it's everything. Our entire world is a reflection of us. So if we get more in harmony within ourselves, that is what will start to multiply around us. Is there a replay available of this? Yes, there is, and we will send that to you. We don't do it as a replay, we actually do it as an edited recording. So it's quite powerful. So we will share that with you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
We're going to close the meeting room now.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.